Madman. You're a madman. This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Madness. This is Sparta!
What's up guys, Sal here. So word circulating on the internet will have you believe that multiple camera setups in smartphones are here to stay. Last year, Huawei presented a smartphone with 3 cameras with a P30 Pro. A few months later, Samsung did one better and launched a 4-camera smartphone, the Galaxy A9 Pro. Nokia then came out with a 5 rear camera smartphone and currently holds the title for the highest number of rear cameras on a mainstream smartphone. This seems to have irked the engineers at Sony's imaging department, who wanted to hit back at all other companies working on multi-unit smartphone cameras. As it turns out, they found a way. Sony is working on a hexa camera smartphone.
Damn!
Yes, 6 cameras at the back. This comes from Max, who has a solid track record when it comes to information about unreleased smartphones. He says Sony is working on a new Xperia smartphone that will have 8 cameras in total, 6 at the back, 2 at the front, making it the first smartphone ever to have so many cameras in a smartphone. By the way, it's not gonna look like this, it's just for illustration purpose only. Anyway, you might wonder what Sony is gonna do with all of these sensors. You might argue about whether such arrangements would ever be needed. It's important to note that such crazy mechanisms have been successfully built already. A company named Light has launched a 16 sensor camera in 2017. It's not a smartphone but a dedicated camera. As a standalone product, it may not have been a total success, but it paved the way for future smartphones and gave us a preview of what smartphone cameras might one day be capable of. Anyway, the rumor of Sony working on a 6-camera smartphone isn't out of place, it does have some ground to it. A few months ago, Sony and Light have made a deal where Sony is gonna use Light's camera tech for handsets that are gonna have 4 or more camera sensors. So I'm not ruling out the possibility of us seeing a Sony smartphone with 6 cameras at the back. Sony probably will take Nokia's approach and deliver a camera for every situation. They might use a mix of monochrome and RGB cameras for better depth effects and low light results. That being said, you might say that we don't need 6 cameras. More cameras don't necessarily mean better image quality, which is absolutely true. But I think Sony needs this more than us. You see, Sony's smartphone division is struggling. Recently, they quit the Indian smartphone market, which is the 2nd biggest market in the world. Sony said they can't compete with Chinese brands who offer good smartphones for very low prices. You see, they need a smartphone that stands out from the crowd and also delivers. Otherwise, they will risk losing their whole mobile division. 6 cameras will surely give them the much needed media attention, and it's easier to market such type of smartphone. Yes, Sony needs to focus on more important things such as marketing and the release dates of their smartphones and get that one right to stay relevant. But on the hardware side, they need to do something different as well, and this could give them an edge over others. Of course, a proper implementation with good software is required, otherwise it could end up like the Nokia 9. I'm not saying the Nokia 9 is a bad camera phone, but it's just undeserving of all the hype surrounding it. Anyway, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and as always, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.